today. From Lumen Field in...
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started.
And off we go from Seattle.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Now Geno. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many.
There he goes, right side.
Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker,
50 yards.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And Lamb going to have a Cowboys 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Dowdle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Back deep is Jalen Darden.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
Now Geno on first down. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
On second down, it's Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Walker with another carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Walker going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Smith now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They'll try and run. Walker. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens.
Big strides. Look at him go. Off to the races.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
We talk so much about run after the catch, or rack, a term coined by our very own, the coach, John Madden, the legendary one himself. And you definitely won't find a better illustration of it than right here. He's going to take this one, and away he goes. Nearly takes it the length of the field before finally being tracked down.
Second down and a yard. They run here with Dowdle.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Here comes third and the length of the football. A running play, it's Dowdle.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Rico Dowdle.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Escapes the defender. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And Walker once more.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot on the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
3rd and 3.
Gino now to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd down and 1. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Prescott. That one down the field for Ferguson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. 3rd quarter action ready to go. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Prescott to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Vaughn. They'll run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Smith. And this is caught. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
3rd and 8.
Smith throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. On first down, it's Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gino, meanwhile, tossing complete there to Smith and Jigba.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
79 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Smith. Flush to his right. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 34 yards.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 2 touchdowns, 2:18 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here's Dak. Going right back to Ferguson. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Prescott.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Here's 1st down. Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now Dak.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Throwing now, Smith. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this meeting. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He'll let this go for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DK Metcalf, 33 yards. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Prescott from the gun.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Prescott now from the 50. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Derek Hall coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be the